Okay, so a couple of days ago, or I think last week, I did a video about when doing too much goes wrong, the male edition, and I used Papoose and Remy Ma as true life examples of this. So now it's the women's turn. So, and by the way, I'm driving, so if y'all hear like noises or whatever, that's me driving. Okay, so tonight's topic is similar. When doing too much goes wrong, but this is the female version. And I'm going to use Jennifer Lopez, who I adore so much. That's my girl, but you know I gotta keep it real. I'm gonna use Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck as the true life examples. Okay, then we'll branch off into other stuff. Okay. Y'all obviously know who Jennifer Lopez is. She's an actress, singer, and dancer, and a fashionista. And we obviously know who Ben Affleck is. He is an Academy Award-winning actor, writer, and director. And these two people are considered to be legends and icons, okay? So we all know who J-Lo and Ben Affleck is, okay? Ben Affleck and J-Lo, they first got together in the early 2000s and they were engaged, but yet they broke off their engagement in 2004, but they got back together in 2022 and they got married. Now, for those of us that's old enough to remember the Bennifer craze back in the early 2000s, I know I do. I was there front and center. They got together in 2002. I was 13 years old. So, and like I say, I love Jennifer Lopez. I've been a huge fan of her since she came out with Selena. I love J-Lo down, okay? I got all of her CDs. That's my girl. So that's my girl. So, I love Jennifer and Ben Affleck together. I thought they was a real beautiful couple, and then they broke up, and I was sad for J-Lo because I know how much she was in love with that man. I do think that I think she was more in love with Ben than he was in love with her. I do believe that. Then they got back together in 2022, and people was like, oh my God, Bennifer 2.0, they back, and they got married. And I know, if y'all know Jennifer, obviously, Ben was the love of her life. This was the first time she had ever truly been in love for real, and to see them finally just get married, I mean that was nothing short of amazing, that was nothing short of amazing. And I was happy for her. I was happy for Ben. I said, well, maybe this is meant to be, because he wrote his name in blood and he married her. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this time it's going to last. And I was really rooting for them. And then this year in the late summer, was it August? They announced they getting a divorce. And I was hoping it wasn't true. Because I'm like, yo, no. Because, we got this narrative that Jennifer Lopez can't keep a man, just like Halle Berry, just like Kim Kardashian. These women can't keep men. They go through man after man. Don't nobody want them for real. So I was, how people talk about them. So I was just hoping that, no, this cannot be true. And sure as shit, they're getting a divorce. Jennifer made 2 CDs about Ben Affleck. The first one was This Is Me Then, when it came out in 2002. That's when they were just boyfriend and girlfriend. And then her last album, This Is Me Now, is about Ben Affleck, the whole album. So this woman has 2 albums dedicated to Ben Affleck, and she has 2 movies dedicated to him. The Greatest Love Story Never Told, and her musical, So, she's talking about how in love she is, and this is dedicated to him, and this is about us, and he's also in both the documentaries and stuff like that, and the musical. She's saying, she saved all of the love letters he gave her. She read a couple of them to people. I mean, Jennifer, I think she even got a tattoo of her initials and his initials. I mean, Jennifer Jennifer did the most. And she's a Leo, that's a fire sign. I'm an Aries, that's a fire sign. So we are very passionate people. We love hard. We're very affectionate. And I'm not deep into the horoscopes like that, but I know a little something. But, Jennifer was going on all these interviews talking about him like she did back in the early 2000s. I mean, Jennifer did a lot just for the egg to be put on her face. Just for that man to want a divorce. And it's just, I mean, my heart goes out to her because I know how bad she wanted this. I know how much she wanted to stick it through. When doing too much goes wrong. Look at all the things she did for I'm about to call him Bennifer. Look at all the things Jennifer did for Ben Affleck, right? As far as artistically speaking. Ben Affleck does not have one movie dedicated to Jennifer. Ben is not creating documentaries about his love for Jennifer Lopez. But Jennifer, because she is also obviously a singer, so, she wants to sing about him, and, which is fine. But what is he doing for you? So, ladies, by the way, this video is only for ladies. Men can listen, but the message is for the women. It's for us women. We have to be very careful when we do a lot for these men, okay? Before you end up like Jennifer with egg on your face. And I love Jennifer, so I can say that, okay? I'm one of her biggest fans. I can say all of this. And I'm saying it with God's love. Jennifer did way too much for that man. Okay? She just did. When we do way too much for men, it always backfires. Okay? It does. I've never seen it where it actually worked out. Okay? I've never seen a woman do too much for a man and then one day he just rewards her with also returning the favors. I've never seen that happen. Ever. When we do too much for men, it backfires on us. I'm going to come out with another video because I have a conspiracy theory about men. But I'm going to talk more on it in my next video. Don't do more than a man does for you. Okay? If he half-assing it, you half-ass it too. If he don't call you, y'all just won't be talking. If he don't text you, y'all just won't be texting, okay? Men are the leaders. You must follow their lead, okay? If he's not doing the most over you, don't do the most over him. And that's where Jennifer went wrong. I don't mind if she would have sang maybe 1 or 2 songs about him and that's it. Don't dedicate a whole album to Ben. Do not dedicate a musical and documentary to Ben. He ain't did a documentary for you. He ain't did a movie about you. Or he didn't pay, a singer to make an album dedicated to you. So don't do it for him. Because now the world is laughing at her. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me to see that because me and Jennifer, we both do a lot. We both do way too much. You know what I'm saying? Just earlier this year, I did way too much. It was this guy that I was dating and he flipped the script on me. I don't want to get too deep off into it, but I did a little too much and it backfired on me. And as of today, we don't speak, we don't talk. We actually got into it a little after his birthday and everything. You know what I'm saying? I was doing way too much for him. It was his birthday. I just simply bought him a cake and a card. You know what I'm saying? But in the card, I wrote a very passionate message for him. You know what I'm saying? And, I messed up because I was too happy around him. I was smiling way too much. And he didn't have that. I mean, at first he had that energy, but once he saw that I was enthusiastic about him, that's when he completely changed. I'll delve more into it in my next video because, like I said, I have a conspiracy theory about men. I don't think men like women that like them. You know, I think as long as you're not truly into a guy, he'll be all over you. But again, that's my next video. It's just my conspiracy theory about men. But anyway, back to Jennifer. Jennifer, like I say, I know I sound so redundant, but she was just over the top for Ben Affleck. And I can say that because I've been over the top for men in my life as well, you know. And I haven't been with that many men, okay? But the few that I've called myself being into, I was way over the top. And it all backfired on me. You know what I'm saying? So to the ladies that's listening to this, whether you're young, old, or somewhere in between, never do too much for a man, okay? Ever. You should always have your feet kicked up and doing the least work. You don't never outwork a man at all. If he not working hard, what you working hard for? If he's not trying to keep this relationship going or this marriage going, then what you doing? I'm 35, y'all. I had to learn this hard lesson this year. And so do not be like me. Do not be like me at all. This is my warning to any woman. And you can be a lot older than me, you know. But if you're listening to this, make a change. And don't be like me doing the most for men. Like I say, I haven't been with a whole lot of guys. But the few I have been with, I was over the top like Jennifer Lopez. And it all backfired. You know what I'm saying? Because a man to feel like she's so over the top for me, I can kick my feet up and relax. When no, ladies, you should be kicking your feet up and relaxing and have his ass being over the top for you. You understand? Now listen, for my ladies, okay, here's the thing. Let him be over the top. Now ladies, if you like him back, you can almost match that energy, right? Let's say if he going 100% for you, go 98% for him. But always leave something to yourself. Because, you know, like I say, I'm going to delve more into it in my next video. But I don't think men really respect women or like women that do a whole lot for them. I don't. You know, if you are, and I feel like with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, I feel like Jennifer was the more affectionate one. You know, she gives me that vibe where it's like she always has to reach in for a kiss. She maybe was the one initiating the sex more than him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he wasn't initiating sex or trying to kiss her first. Jennifer gorgeous. I'm not trying to say that. But I feel like Jennifer was just, she was more of the initiator than him. You know what I'm saying? And again, Ben probably feel like I can have my feet kicked up because Jennifer doing all the work. And a lot of times when I see situations like that, you know, it just don't work out. You know, it's a clear imbalance. You know, and Jennifer is very famous. She's more famous than Ben Affleck, even though Ben is more, I think, critically acclaimed and probably more respected than her, but she's the more popular one. You know what I'm saying? People all going crazy over Jennifer. And so Ben doesn't like all that attention. He don't like the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, it just, he don't fuck with it at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's another place where they are imbalanced at. Jennifer seems like she likes the spotlight when it's on her, but she also gives me an energy like, okay, I'm not on the red carpet, I'm just at home chilling, you know, I don't want no attention and whatever. But Ben is just like, extremely introverted, and Jennifer is probably introverted to a certain extent, but then she knows how to be extroverted, whereas Ben is like, he not extroverted at all. He like, listen, I'm here to just do my movie, write this script, and go home. I don't want all that attention on me. You know what I'm saying? So they were very imbalanced in that department. um I mean, again, my heart goes out to Jennifer and women like her. I'm a woman like that. We are very passionate, we're very affectionate, we're very loving, and we love very hard. And when we're into you, we really into you. You know what I'm saying? So, trying to get rid of us, you got to beat us off with a stick. You know what I'm saying? Because once we feel like you that guy, once we feel like, no, this my man, honey. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a hate video against Jennifer. I love Jennifer. You know what I'm saying? But I see where Jennifer went wrong with Ben. And I definitely went wrong, especially early this year, in January of this year. You know what I'm saying? I definitely went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I did way too much and got so little in return. I did a video for the men, talking about the dangers of doing too much for a woman, and you're not getting anything in return, or you're getting a very small return. You know what I'm saying? And it's the dangers of that, because it can cause you to become bitter and hateful and spiteful and vengeful. I found myself going through those same emotions this year. It actually started late last year, but it just got stronger early this year. And I had to really check myself and see, like, okay, Sable, you went wrong when you did this. You went wrong when okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. I would send him a text and he wouldn't respond. Or if he did respond, it was hours later. I had no business as a grown woman still communicating with somebody like that. When he did it the first time, that should have been enough for me. When I called and he didn't pick up, I should have never called again. I had no business. So I was wrong for what I did. I can't put the blame all on him. I must take accountability and responsibility. Okay? Just like everybody else must do. You got to look at yourself in the mirror, take a good hard look. You got to find out, okay, where am I going wrong? Where did I mess up? You know what I'm saying? And once you found out where you messed up, it's time to make a change and stand on business. Okay? It's going to be hard. It's going to be aggravating, painful, you name it. But you got to do it for your own self-respect and for your own dignity, okay? Again, I had no business doing certain things this year. I had no business. And I'm wrong as hell. I can't take it back. All I can do is learn from it. And I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed of the things I did. I'm so ashamed of what I did last year. Matter of fact, if I would have nipped this in the bud last year, honey, it wouldn't have got this bad this year. A lot of times when you've been single or single for a long time, when you finally do get someone again and you're into a person and you think they really into you, uh, you let a lot of things slide that you know damn well you wouldn't. A lot of times when we're lonely, we let a lot of things slide and we accept things that we have no business accepting. But we lonely, We want to be in a relationship. Some of us want to get married. Some of us want to just be intimate. It's whatever your goal is. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that loneliness gets so strong that it's like, you know what? It's okay if they didn't text me back. It's okay if they didn't call me back. It's all right if it took them hours or days to get back to me. It's okay if they start acting funny towards me. It's all right. People are human. No one's perfect. Don't we say these things? you know? And, that's where I went wrong. So understand, I would never put all the blame on him because I got to take accountability. Sable, if you had some damn self respect and some dignity to you, these things wouldn't have happened at all. Because a person can go no further than you allow. And that's some true stuff. And I used to hate when people would tell me that because it just, it reminded me of all the times where I didn't enforce my boundaries. But you got to have boundaries. Going back to Jennifer Lopez, it seemed as if she didn't have a whole lot of boundaries. And now look at her. She probably let a lot of things slide because I somewhat know someone that used to be in her camp. And they would say things like Ben used to kind of talk to Jennifer a little crazy, and she kind of just sat there and just took it because she wanted this man so bad and she wanted this to work so bad. And ladies, we've all been there where we've taken disrespect that we shouldn't have taken, but we so gung ho and being in a relationship, we want to get married and stuff, that we just take disrespect and we just hope that things will get better. And I'm going to tell you something. Things will never get better. It's either going to stay the same or get worse. But I'm telling you, it won't get better. Once a man sees that you're willing to take his disrespect, because that's just how bad you want to be married or in a relationship, baby girl, the disrespect is going to be astronomical, as my niece would say. Okay? And it's no coming back from me. Like, oh my God. But I can't wait to do this next video because I really want to talk about some more stuff. But with Jennifer Lopez and women like her, like myself, when we did too much, it never worked out. And we got left and laughed at and walked all over. So I put this video out to my women that when you do too much, you will get the least. Okay? You see them girls that spoil, being treated like queens, getting gifts, respect, getting engaged after like 2-3 months of dating, and happy, wonderful marriages. I bet you they have something in common. I bet you they didn't do too much for their men. I bet you they didn't do the most. I bet you they wasn't over the top. I bet you they didn't allow disrespect. And if they saw some disrespect, they nipped it in the bud. I bet you. Okay? So, ladies, don't ever do too much for a man, okay? Because, honey, you gonna end up walking up shit creek. It ain't worth it. It ain't cute. And it's highly embarrassing. Again, I'm embarrassed for the things that I allowed. I'm embarrassed of the things that I done. I'm embarrassed of my over the topness throughout the years. I'm totally embarrassed when I think back on that. Like, that shit literally haunts me. Because I'm like, Sable, why would you let him speak to you like that? Why you let him get away with that? You were so scared to confront him because if you confronted him, you were scared he was going to break up with you. You were scared he was going to just leave you for somebody else. And guess what? It still happened. So I get really passionate when I talk about this again. Ladies, learn from me and learn from Jennifer Lopez and women like us. Don't do too much for a man. When you do the least, you'll get the most out of him. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds backwards, but baby, that's just what it is, okay? Again, I'm coming out with another video. It's my conspiracy theory about men, okay? And that might be a better video than this one. So again, don't be like Jennifer. Don't be like me. All right? Because when you do too much, you will get the least, and you will get disrespected, walked over, left for dead. You name it. It ain't nothing good. All right, so that's it. And this video is all in love and lights. I love Jennifer. That's my girl. Okay, but I gotta talk real. All right, bye.